But let's dip back into Boogie. And I'll pause for an 11-minute intro if you'd like to play that, please.
Hey, it's Boogie.
Oh, I'm kidding. Stop it. No, wait.
You didn't want it?
No.
Okay.
How long is that, by the way?
2 minutes, 40 seconds.
Like, can you imagine after I already set it up, sitting there for that long and just hearing you, me, and Boogie say, hey, it's Boogie over and over again? Like, what's the point of that?
I have no idea.
Again, on Hack Ride Show, I get it, but
it's very long.
It's a lot.
Like if it was like 30 seconds, I'm like, it's long, but you'll get through it.
Well, here's my question with that: is always like, what is it adding to the show? Like, is the show better now because we played that?
Production value, I guess.
Oh, but we don't really do that, right?
Nope.
So I'm saying this show.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. So you know what? Shame on me for trying to play it last week, because this is really more Craig's wheelhouse. Craig agrees with a lot of the opinions that Boogie has.
Oh, he does it again?
Huh?
He does it again?
Well, I want to wipe last week from everyone's memory. We didn't talk about Boogie last week.
We did not talk about Boogie last week. You're right.
Yeah. So, let's dive into this episode. So, last we left you. I'll set this up again. Last we left you, Boogie was in a club with the likes of Suge Knight and Death Row Records.
That's right.
And it seemed for him there were too many black people, which would seem odd for anyone, I guess, but particularly because Boogie is a person of color. A little unusual. We were kind of kidding around that he's a self-hating black guy. I thought to a large extent that was a joke. But let's start this episode of, I guess there are a few episodes. Shout out to Hack Ride. Hack Ride tipped me off to this. That on the audio feed, there's only one episode of Storytime with Boogie. But this one's not called Storytime. He has it labeled under a different name on YouTube. It seems to be essentially the same format. But let's dive in here to whatever this is.
The Hollywood University Stereo Podcast.
Yes. Yeah, the Hollywood University Stereo Pod. Hold on, let me dissect that for a minute. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
The Hollywood University Stereo Podcast.
I have no idea. Maybe he'll explain it to us.
I'm certain he doesn't, but let's find out.
I am quite positive he doesn't.
What's going on, family? Just getting back from Aspen, Colorado. I gotta be honest with you, I did not want to go. I had no desire to go to Aspen, Colorado.
Now, right off the bat.
What's that?
He's got a Yeti microphone similar to the one that you have.
Okay.
And he's holding it and moving around, and that is not what the sound's coming out of.
Oh, God.
It's coming out of the computer.
Oh, Boogie.
Listen, we family, to be honest with you. Wasn't something that I was looking forward to doing.
Why is that, Boog?
I mean, you don't hear a bunch of black people talk about, we're finna go to Aspen this weekend. You just don't. And as far as black...
So I was on the next flight.
When I heard that, I was locked in.
I was like, whew, I can bring my jewelry.
Well, here's the thing is, like, last time we talked about Boogie, we were kidding about that because it kind of seemed like that was his take. He's just on Front Street about it, as the kids say.
Is that what they say?
They certainly do, and you're about to hear it.
People are concerned me, just me speaking for me. I judge my safety based upon how many black people gonna be there. For good and bad.
Hold on, Boog. Well, listen, Craig does the same, and maybe what Boogie means is, as a person of color, he wants to be surrounded by his community. That's probably what he means, right?
He'll feel safer, not under a microscope by all the whites.
Yeah. Like, listen, maybe in a white neighborhood, Boogie would stand out and feel uncomfortable. As a white guy, I don't know what that's like, so I understand that problem. That's probably what he means.
Boogie in a white neighborhood in the snow, he's gonna stand out like a sore thumb.
Well, sure, I suppose.
Any black people? Nah.
Oh wait, you gotta go back. You missed the best part.
Oh.
I hear a bunch of black people talk about, we're finna go to Aspen this weekend. You just don't. And as far as black people are concerned, just me speaking for me, I judge my safety based upon how many black people gonna be there. For the good and the bad. If it's too many black people, nah. Kind of black folks is these.
What kind of black folks is these?
What kind? Boogie is getting close to saying we need to send some of these people back to a certain place.
Right.
This is wild.
If it ain't enough black folks, where the fuck we at?
Who's gonna do all the work?
Just real talk. I gauge, and no front, you do that shit too. You do that shit too.
We don't talk about it, Boogie. Am I right, Mike?
This would be like, remember when Kanye was on Alex Jones' show, and even Alex Jones was like, "Good Lord."
Yes. Yeah.
Like if Boogie sat down with David Duke. Easy, fella. Jesus. That's a little extreme.
David Duke predicted Pearl Harbor, right?
Sure.
It ain't just me. Gotta have the essentials. I'm over here talking. I gotta have that CarMax. That's one way. Listen, when I go to a place like...
Why did he say that?
Why did he say what?
He goes, I gotta have the essentials. I gotta have the CarMax. And he grabs chapstick and then just puts it back down. He doesn't even use it.
The essentials.
It was random.
He's a fascinating guy.
And there's 5 more of these?
3 or 4, maybe 5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
We're in luck.
Black people, I find myself hunting for black folks.
Okay, Boogie.
Okay.
All right, listen.
All right.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Now that seems troublesome.
No, hold on. Go back just a little bit because I want to hear him say that again. But he doubles down. You might think it's probably not what we're thinking, but listen to him elaborate.
Listen, when I go to a place like, when there's not a lot of black people, I find myself hunting for black folks. Not like hunting, like I want to go talk and be cool with them.
No. What? Whoa, wait a minute. What?
No. Exactly what you thought I was saying.
I thought for sure, Boogie, you meant not literally hunting, like the most dangerous game. I thought you meant like finding men of similar ilk that you could bond with. But thank you. No, rest assured, that's not what I meant.
No, I mean, I'm going to kill them.
Are there any more black people here?
Show yourselves!
This is seriously Clayton Bigsby, but like he can see.
It's crazy.
I saw a couple, but it was like that whole first day, I ain't seen nobody.
Oh, what a mecca that was.
I saw a couple, but they were wearing sweater vests, so it was fine.
they were getting my car for me.
I describe it as, you ever been pouring a bowl of Frosted Flakes and that extra dark crispy flake come out? That's how I felt in Aspen.
Fucking holy fuck. He's just saying it stood out.
Okay. All right.
This is my favorite thing though is like he talks in a certain what is they call it, code changing? Is that what it's called?
Code switching? Yeah.
Code switching. Sounds like he's doing that when no one's around.
Well, he's talking. By the way, keep in mind, like while he's going through this journey, he's got a bow and arrow looking for black people.
And then once I did finally see some black folks, I was judgmental. I was judgmental as fuck. I needed to know what kind of black folks these was. See,
boy.
it's a couple.
Well, in my research, there are two kinds.
Chris Rock said it best.
So I don't think this is good news for some of those folks.
He's trying to hit people with that bit, like they haven't heard
Which one are you?
It's a couple kinds of black folks out there, and I needed to know what kind of black people come to Aspen. So when I saw these black people, I was judgmental as hell. Off the jump. Just judgmental. I needed to know. You ghetto as hell? Are you ghetto as hell? Am I gonna be embarrassed you running around as representation of us? I know you ain't representing me, but you kinda are. Especially when it ain't a bunch of us around. When there ain't a bunch of us, the last thing as a black dude you want is somebody embarrassing you. Even if you don't know it. You know why? Because most white folks think we know each other.
As the great Bill Cosby once said, pull your pants up.
I gotta be honest, as a white person, I've never gone, you know, that black guy, he probably knows all of the rest of the black people.
You know how we are.
We just assume things like that.
Okay, so Boogie is telling people to behave and act right, which not at all subtly racist.
Now, let me tell you about Spanish fly.
It's not like, put it this way, Boogie. If it's something fucking Jerry Callahan would nod his head in solidarity with,
Just,
this guy gets it.
Hey, it's Boogie.
Hello, Boogie.
You know, ask me questions that was the dumbest questions in the world, only based on the other person that they talk about is black. Have you ever been to Chicago? Yeah, I've been to Chicago a couple times. You know, my buddy Darren lives there. You know Darren?
Chauvin?
How the
I believe that's Darren.
no.
I know.
Are you sure? Then most people can't describe black people. What's he look like? He's black. What do you mean? He's, you know.
Is this most people, Boogie, or you?
He's got a lot of hate in his heart.
What are you talking about, bud?
This is
I've never gone up to a black person and gone, Chicago, right?
a little bit.
So as I'm in Aspen, I got all this shit in my mind. Now you might be sitting there going, that's not true. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm an OG. I grew up most of my life around.
You know what they say about all OGs? They're like, you know what? We all suck, and I'm afraid of everyone in this room.
Ah, a black man. You probably don't live in the same neighborhood as my friend Dan Katz, but he's also from Chicago.
By the way, anyone thinks this is going to be a ton in this segment. If anyone thinks that they found a good addition to the Boogie board, send it my way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let us know, because the Boogie board can always be added to.
At Craig VGS on Twitter. Just message me, and I will add to it.
Yes, please.
White folks. And a lot of them have become comfortable with me. I'm like family. So they don't have a problem telling me real shit.
A lot of them have become comfortable. He's talking about black people. He's talking about like he's a spy for us. He's like, guys, I've duped a lot of them. And they're telling me all their secrets.
Oh, boy.
A lot of them are comfortable with me.
Imagine if Boogie was a deep state operative and he was actually white.
He's talking like he is.
That's what I mean.
I know how they behave. I know where they hang out. Mostly Chicago, apparently.
Right.
So as I'm in a place like Aspen, not only am I looking for black people, what kind of black people are here? So one dude, he embarrassed me. I don't know if he had just came from the hotel pool or what. He was ashy as all hell.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
I mean, bruh, come on, fam. You can't be around all these white folks ashy like that. You're making us look bad. That's how I felt. That's how
This is crazier. This is Bill Cosby's call to Eddie Murphy, but crazier.
This is all the stuff Bill Cosby wanted to say, but he was like, I probably shouldn't.
He's like, I can't go that far. Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Just tell them to pull their pants up.
So it probably came off on my face when he looked at me, because, you know, he looked at me like, and I probably looked at him like, because he was ashy. He was ashy. Oh, buddy I'm not just talking about ashy, knuckle ashy, ankle ashy. No. Oh, buddy was ashy. Now, here's the thing.
This piece of shit had dry skin. I can't stand for that.
Cold weather change affected him in a way that he couldn't control.
You believe this? In Aspen, of all places. You believe this piece of shit?
Wow. I can't.
A black dude, you just know you just can't do that. And this is what I'm saying. Well, like, what kind of black people we talking about? Because some black people be ghetto and they'll embarrass you. Then you got the other spectrum of the black.
Boogie, please stop.
You know, I feel weird playing this at this point.
If this was a white guy, I'd be like, Craig, delete it. Like, obviously, we can't play this.
Cut this out.
Like, this is a Klan member rally he's holding.
I think even they have reservations for what he's saying.
They're like, well, we don't speak in such generalities.
Not
we
all.
We have some level of decorum.
You're like, Boogie, not all.
Lord. I work with a fellow who's all right.
You know, really, with the Caitlyn Jenner, he didn't really identify. He don't identify as black. He called.
Tell me he's not about to go. I don't identify.
Oh man,
is he about to not identify as black?
Oh man, I didn't get this far. We could be stumbling onto something.
Oh no.
Carlton ass. That's what I call folks that, you know, they Carlton ass. Yeah.
That's you, Boogie.
He was that. Now in my mind, I'm going, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah, other people are Carlton. Definitely not the guy hunting black people and saying they behave wrong.
I hunt black people.
He's calling someone essentially an Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
While saying they don't behave right, and I count them. I get afraid when too many of them are around. You're right. I'm quoting a black guy, and I'm petrified doing it.
Yeah. I keep going to make jokes. So I'm like, they're gonna just think I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah.
Any one of these it's a gas station over there. It ain't like Aspen is just like so that it's now they got little marts and gas stations. He could have went and got him some Carmex. He could have went and got him some damn Vaseline, a tube of Vaseline, put a little bit in your knuckles, rub that shit in. Help me out. You really walking around all these white folks comfortably ashy.
What if it gets on their fine clothing?
He's comfortable in his own skin? What a monster.
Don't embarrass me in front of my white friends. How dare you?
They'll take my Nickelodeon gig away from me.
And that's me judging. I'm judging him. Saw another black dude.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
This dude was head to toe Black Lives Matter outfit.
I think Boogie's about to tell us they don't.
They don't matter at all.
If he says all lives matter or blue lives matter, I'm going to shit myself.
If that happens, I'll just end the show.
Head to toe. I'm talking about he had a hoodie on with the hoodie up, and he said Black Lives Matter going down the side in red, black, and green. Then at the bottom it said New York. When he turned, he was like walking. So as he walked past me, the black said,
I hit him in the head with a brick.
He's like, I'm gonna tie him up to the local friggin' truck.
I yelled, "This is MAGA country."
Jussie Smollett's like, why didn't I find this guy? All I would have had to do is walk by him and it would have all happened.
I've never heard a black man angry at the sight of another black man wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. Like, viscerally angry.
This is insane.
Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe. Now, in my mind, I'm I'm like, yeah, brother, let him know.
Oh,
But at the
okay.
same time, I'm like, damn. I know. It's fucked up. I'm judgmental. But the problem, the difference between
Wait, what?
it's about it.
What was that? It was like you had a crisis of character there.
It's like I can't let my wife friends know I agree.
Yeah. Hey, Boogie, listen, I'm sure I'm certainly not as wealthy as maybe the people you want to hang out with, but like, if I can speak on behalf of the white people, it's fine if you wear a Black Lives Matter shirt. I'm cool with it. Whatever.
Right.
I know Craig's not.
I don't care.
Craig bit his tongue on that one.
I'm just like nothing. I could literally, short of the N word, say something right now, and people would be like, "Boogie is way worse."
I mean, like, I don't know what, like, if a white kid is wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt, like a white college student or something, you know, like, okay.
Right.
I can't imagine seeing a black guy in a Black Lives Matter shirt and being like, "Fuck you, pal."
How dare
Not
you?
in my Aspen.
Well, Boogie does.
I'm honest about it.
That's good.
I need to know, who am I dealing with? Who is out
So
here?
is John Rocker, by the way. You know, I don't know if just being, it's like Norm said about, I don't know if hypocrisy was the worst thing.
Of us. Because you can't convince everybody that y'all ain't together. Let me give you best case scenario of what I'm talking about. On my trip to Aspen, Colorado, it was beautiful. There wasn't one white person that looked at me funny, that treated me funny, that made me feel like, what are you doing here? Not one time.
That's good.
Not once.
It's because you introduced himself to everyone, like, "Hello, how are you?" And they're like, "Oh, thank God."
I'm one of you. I'm not like the others.
It'd be great if this was like a Shallow Hal situation and he doesn't know he's black.
Hey, it is like Clayton Bigsby. You're right.
Maybe they thought I was a rapper. Probably not. See, it's different than it used to be.
Hold on. Why would they have thought you were a rapper, Boogie?
Because he's stereotyping himself.
You're a black guy on a fucking mountain skiing.
Yeah, they saw Tupac there in the 90s. So
Hey, it's a rapper and a basketball player.
He looked like a guy who knows a basketball player.
See, back in the day, I could get in anywhere under the pretenses of being somebody that I wasn't. Now,
Is that
everybody
right?
on Instagram.
Is that right?
Everybody got Facebook. You can't even front no more. So now I
Wait,
have
so is it? Tell me if I'm misunderstanding what he's saying. Is he saying he used to just pretend he was like a big star
That's what it sounds like.
and people would believe him?
That's what it sounds like.
What a creep.
Yes.
Lee, these people are being pleasant to me. And it fucked me up a little bit. Because my expectations were
It fucked him up a little bit. He's like, "You guys should hate me at the sight of me."
I am lesser than. What are you people getting?
or not that it was going to be a good time for a bevy of different reasons. I just didn't feel like this going to be fun.
Why did you go?
I ain't never heard nobody telling me, yo, we finna go to Aspen in mid-June and it'd be I didn't hear that. I never heard that. It was a cool spot. I saw something in Aspen that I've never seen in my life.
Uh-oh. A black guy with a job. I'm just trying to think of what Boogie's going to say here.
I want to make jokes, but I don't.
I know, it's going to be clipped, but you have to understand, he's the racist.
I don't even want to say. I can't. Nope.
I know. That's a tough thing. We're walking a tightrope here.
This is a tightrope. But because the thing is, like, I was just gonna make a joke, but there's a good chance he's about to say what I was thinking.
Right? Yeah. Well, let's let it fly.
Aspen is the safest place in the world to live because there's no crime. That's awesome. I believe that. Yo, I don't want to be like,
Oh God.
why you telling me that? Why you fuck you? I wasn't taking it there. I didn't even think of that. I thought of that just now. I actually just thought of that just now. Why they would be telling me that this is the safest place in the world to why I didn't at that time I didn't think of that.
Okay.
You know what's the reality is he probably was like, is it like safe to go outside here? And they were like, it's like the safest place ever.
Yeah, it's safe. Yeah, it's fine.
Why would they tell me that?
No one goes up to a criminal, someone they think is a criminal, and is like, it's really safe here, just so you know. Hope you're not thinking of committing any crimes.
All that would do is make the criminal go, oh, so easy targets, you're telling me.
Oh, excellent. You guys leave your doors open. Perfect.
Yeah, good. Most cars are going to be unlocked.
Else I knew that I had not considered was bears.
I didn't see this
I
coming.
ain't talking about the Chicago Bears. We ain't talking about sports. I'm talking about real life bears. Bears. Goldilocks and them, her buddies, bears.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were her
There is
buddies,
about-
were they?
Is are bears racist?
I think we're about to find out.
Bears until I saw the sign. Well, first, in the middle of town in Aspen, real cool town. Small, quaint. But in the middle of town,
Why are you using the word quaint?
they got this big old bear that's made out of nails. This is how it was described to me. It's made out of nails. So, I'm looking at the bears, cool. That's dope. Awesome. Great art. I love art. Rocking the Keith Haring sweatshirt right now. I love art. Got Basquiat back there. I love art. Chaplin, Hepburn, artists. I love art.
We got it.
Since we continue to walk a little bit through town, I see a sign that says, the rules if you encounter a bear.
Hold on.
Oh no. Is he about to do a Gaffigan bit?
Well, what are you thinking? And I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
It's gonna be like, like stay still, all this stuff. And he's like, who wrote this? The Bears? Like he's gonna do the Gaffigan bit.
Oh, interesting. My question was more, and we can both be right, potentially. Because my question was going to be, if this is a story about a bear attack, why did he preface it with all the racial talk?
Or we're both wrong, and this is just more dirt on black people.
It's got to get back to race somehow, because why would he just randomly go, yeah, I count black people when I go to a place? Anyways, I was attacked by a bear once.
The rules. The only rule that should be if you encounter a bear to me is get the fuck out of here. I'm out. Pew! I'm gone. Well, the number one rule they had was don't run. That shit sound like a setup. What you talking about?
You're right. Why you called it?
He's doing the Gaffigan.
Good job. I didn't realize it was a Gaffigan bit. I don't know if I've heard that.
He's like, he was like at the park, and he's like, yeah, it says, when you encounter a bear, slowly lay down on a plate signed the Bears. I mean the park rangers.
Oh, Jim.
He delivers it way better than I just butchered the fuck out of it, but that's essentially the bit.
I haven't heard this part. I did skip ahead when Boogie's like, so anyways, Hot Pockets.
My back hurts.
Super Pope, the best Pope ever.
What we're gonna find out throughout the rest of this is he really likes bacon.
Over there, okay, I ain't gonna bring no attention to myself, but if that nigga right there, I'm out.
Can I say I feel a little dirty with him using the N-word? I don't.
I know. I don't. It's uncomfortable.
He shouldn't be able to. I shouldn't be able to use it, and he shouldn't be able to use it.
Kendrick should be writing rap songs to Boogie, not Drake.
Run. Rule number 2 was like, don't make eye contact. Okay, makes sense. Rule number 3 was like, back away slowly. Now hold on, all that shit ain't finna happen at the same time. Because if you telling me close enough that we can be looking each other in the eyes, then you gonna tell me to back away slowly. Hold on. If we that close, that means I should at least had a running head start as soon as I saw his ass. I should have been like, back like a pita. Pew! You tell me, don't run, don't.
What, bakalaka voodoo?
What does that mean?
It means goodbye, I guess.
It sounds like the way they speak terrorist in Team America.
Unless rule number 4 is feed the nearest black person to the bears. I can't imagine why he started the story this way.
I can't wait to see how he ties it back in.
Yeah, this is going to be a real Larry David ending where you're like, oh shit, they were all related the whole time.
Back away slowly. And then the last rule made all that shit got deported on the last rule. When I saw the last rule, all the other rules was out the door. And the last rule was, if attacked, fight back against a bear?
Well, you're in the position of being attacked by a bear, Boogie, so obviously it's going to be extreme measures.
No, just sit there and give up.
Well, yeah, at that point, the bear is eating you.
No, Boogie, just stay still and enjoy, I guess.
What do you want the sign to do?
What y'all just telling me? That this is the safest place in the world to live or some shit like that? Now you got rules. If a bear walk up on you, don't look that nigga in the eye. Walk away slow.
Hey. Oh, is this just an analogy?
The worst case scenario, you better fight back. Oh no. I'm out from the jump. I'm gone.
Keep your hand on your wallet as the bear approaches you. Maybe cross the street.
Shorty and her little sister, and they think this is the funniest thing that they've ever heard in their life. And I'm in my mind, I'm going, what I look like? Oh, there go a bear. Oh, look at this. Blue skies. Let me go ahead and just back up a little bit.
He's about to tell us a story about how a little girl had her bike stolen by a bear.
No! Bear gonna be looking at me like, this nigga think I don't see him? Nigga, you ain't looking at nothing up there. Hey, let me holler at you real quick. No, that's me. If I'm a bear, I'm thinking like that. So I'm not following these rules. If I bump into a bear, I'm out of here. I hope you got something on your feet.
Keep playing it. But it's amazing. Oh, you can keep playing it.
Put me in a position.
But it's amazing how he switched course completely.
We right here together.
Oh, I know.
Because if not,
he's gonna tie it back in.
Fight back. I didn't see.
How much time is left in this?
Crazy stuff on TV.
20 minutes.
Great mother of God. I don't know if we can do it.
I don't think so. Unless he ties it back.
Okay. The countdown is on, Boogie.
I've seen bears.
You have 5 minutes,
beat
sir.
the shit out the trainer. And this nigga done had him since he was a cub. I done seen a newswoman sit next to a bear for a photo op, and that bear was looking over here like this, and all of a sudden he noticed that she was sitting there. He whooped her ass. And nobody could do nothing.
You might be right. He's describing the knockout game. These are not bear attacks he's talking about.
Well, there's a lot of bears in this neighborhood. Have a bunch of other people's Amazon packages.
But he's basically saying they punched these ladies. What the fuck is he talking about?
These bears really have a problem with Asian women.
You should see, if you think there's gun control problems in America, how about the bear statistics in Chicago?
Dude, that's supposed to be his trainer. He got a damn karate gi on. He chopping the bear. You can't chop no bear, dog, with a gun. I'm all for animal rights. I'm all against animal cruelty. But if a bear is whooping my ass, shoot him.
He just doesn't like gay people.
Shoot him.
And they don't belong in our schools.
The value of my house dropped since these bears came to town.
I know you. What you doing here with no gun? Aspen was cool though. We ate good. Food was good.
What?
Went to a steakhouse called Jimmy's.
What? Wait, there was nothing happened with a bear or a black person. He's moving on to the cuisine.
Don't forget, there was just a really ashy guy that he decided to make fun of.
Yeah, so That's the only. By the way, that's the only interaction he's had.
Mm-hmm.
It's some poor black guy who didn't moisturize that day. So his story so far has been, I hunt black people when I go to Aspen.
Right.
And bears exist.
Right.
Moving on.
Which might not be real bears. It could be an analogy. It's unclear.
It kind of, with the hunting thing, it kind of seems like he had the
And
worst intentions.
You did describe the knockout game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's hear about the food, I
Old
guess.
classic. Felt like I was back in Youngstown somewhere. Felt good. Got a chance to take the gondola all the way up to the top of the mountain. That was fly. It was a good look.
Boy, he really makes a meal out of nothing stories.
So, but it turned out to be a pretty cool trip. I felt like the whole time I was looking for black people, though.
Shit. Why?
Oh, man. I thought we were going to get out of here.
Boogie, there are bears around.
So now I'm convinced he meant black people by bears.
You've been alerted to wild, ravenous animals. There were instructions how to survive an attack by those animals. And you're still like, where are these goddamn blacks?
They're like, Boogie, what's wrong? You barely touched your food. He's like, these people, man.
They're still out there. How can you eat at a time like this?
Folks, but it wasn't like I saw a family of black people.
Who does?
It wasn't like I had seen,
This Boogie's rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
Whatever Bill did.
Wait, go back a little bit. I missed that.
Dr. Huxtable.
He's actually quoting. Go back a little further. He's quoting Bill Cosby.
That's a wild move.
I swear to God, when I brought up the Cosby analogy, I didn't know that.
I felt like
and women, you just put something in their drink, and they're a lot easier to deal with.
For black people, though. I saw a couple black folks, but it wasn't like I saw a family of black people.
Okay.
It wasn't like I had seen, Dr. Huxtable.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
It's complimenting.
Whatever Bill did, that's fucked up. That was a good ass show. I still look at Dr.
It's good to get that out there.
As the standard. So I'm looking around for Dr. Huxtable. I'm looking around for Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil. I'm looking for that black family that's up in Aspen.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Is he saying he's on a quest for one of the good ones?
You gotta tell him that these are both make-believe in their television shows.
he's using like one of the good ones mentality.
This is Boogie. I thought we were
crazy.
I thought we were getting out of here, Boogie. Reel us back in.
All right, let's go.
And the folks that I did see, they was probably looking at me the same way. That's what black people do. We do. We judgmental as hell towards each other. We are.
No.
If you sitting here acting like you ain't, you're a liar. You're a liar.
Now,
okay.
I feel like that community is more tight-knit than any other community.
Certainly more than whites.
Yeah.
Aspen, Colorado shocked me. Got on that little ass plane, though. Listen, I'm like 6'4", 6'5". And them little planes ain't the business, man. Back be gone, leg be falling asleep. Turbulence and all that, whatever. That don't bother me. I love roller coasters. I grew up on Cedar Point. So
I don't think that's what turbulence is.
Turbulence couldn't even fit in Cedar Point's kitty land. That's how bomb Cedar Point is when it comes to roller coasters.
Awful
Is
white
he
of him.
autistic? What is this rant?
Of the flight
I don't
that
know.
Kills me.
ADD
right?
maybe.
I can fall asleep anywhere. I'm one of them hyperactive kids. So if you make me sit anywhere for
Yep,
too long,
ADD.
I'm out. Gone.
Is that his catchphrase? He did it again.
I don't know.
Well, there's your drop, by the way.
Bakalakadite.
Can I point out? So we've heard, this is the second story we've heard from Boogie.
Yes, it is.
The last time we talked about him, go check it out. People really seem to enjoy it. Boogie went to a nightclub in Los Angeles and had an interaction with a person in the bathroom, and that was most of the story. And then he told a lie about going to Suge Knight's house. I'm sure a lie is coming in this story. But he is a man who, like, his whole show is predicated on stories. It's like if Joe List and Mark Normand had no chemistry and didn't do anything all day.
Of the window seat. The window seat, I get a good lean. If I got a sweatshirt on, I'm gonna break y'all down with my flight rules. Right?
Please don't.
Always wear a sweatshirt like this.
Oh God.
Sweatshirt with a hood on. Okay? If you can.
Oh, he's advocating for hoods. That's unexpected.
What?
I mean, it's right on brand, actually.
On the plane, I get ready to get into a real good sleep. I every time I'm waking up before I fall out like that, I notice that my mouth is open.
The fuck are you
And,
talking
you know,
about?
I don't really want nobody taking pictures of me on the plane with my mouth open. I don't want the flight attendants.
Does he think
By the way, a guy who worked at Nickelodeon and wasn't abused, a guy who's constantly falling asleep with his mouth open.
Does he think he's more famous than he is?
Oh, I mean, that's clear, yeah. Why? But why did you say that?
So I'm a
Yes,
little-
but why?
I'm on a tiny plane with like 4 people on it with my mouth open while I'm asleep. I don't need people taking pictures of me.
Oh, Boogie. Is that T-Bone from Nickelodeon's iCarly?
About to call them stewardesses. You don't even really know what the fuck to say anymore. Flight attendants, stewardesses, people that work on a fucking plane.
When was this
Oh,
from?
so crazy.
was-
1988.
Is this like this year?
No, I think it's a few years ago.
Oh, damn. I need new stuff so bad.
I know. The most recent thing is the Dan Schneider interview.
Damn. Everyone message Boogie on anything and just don't tell him about this. Just convince him to do more shows that you missed.
Yes, yeah, don't mention us because that doesn't seem to work for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell him he's got to get back on the podcasting again. You know what? Let's listen to a little bit more, but I think we're going to wrap up here. I'm going to listen to this second half and see if there's anything interesting here because I don't give a fuck about his flight home.
I'm sleeping. That's just me. Call it anal.
Mike, this is the flight to Aspen.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Okay.
Whatever you want to call it, that's just how I am. So I came up with a couple things that I like to do when I get on the plane, no matter where I'm flying. I got my music and I got a little procedure that I do. So as soon as I feel myself
Sounds like
ready to pass out,
what everybody does.
hopefully I'm in that window seat. First thing I do is I take my sweatshirt,
Oh, Boogie, tell me about it. It's the window or the aisle. Am I right, my man?
the hood,
Middle
is in the
socks.
front, right? Next thing I do is I make sure my hat is in a nice.
Hey, can I give Boogie a little advice for a second? You know what's actually a lot better if you're flying? If you can afford it, sit in first class. That's what I say. It's actually much better than coach.
Yeah, flex that iCarly money you have.
I don't know if people know that or not. All right, let's pause this for a second because I can't get into Boogie's fucking flight details. Are you cool with that, or do you want to keep going?
I'm good. If he was in the middle of a further racial rant,
If he was still in a race war, yes, but I'll do some further digging. I just heard the beginning and was like, this is good enough to just run through.
we're at 1640 out of 29 something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it through another 13 minutes.
Nope.
So let's pause and regroup, and another time we will talk about the rest of the book. But we got 4 other episodes to go through, so don't worry. There will be no shortage of Boogie in the coming months here.
That's right.
But yeah, well, that's pretty crazy. The way he talks about race relations.
It's wild.
And then just kind of moved on to Bears.
Which did he move on?
Yeah, we'll always wonder about that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the program, and it was fun. Guys, let us know in the comments how good it was to have Craig back, huh?
Let us know in the comments what you think Boogie's getting at.
I'm sure they will.